Overnight, City Hall and the Montrose bridges were lit up in honor of Officer Jason Knox. The HPD officer was killed when his helicopter went down over the weekend. And this morning there will be a procession as his body is moved to the funeral home. Janelle Fort has the story.
Yeah, Steph, details on a planned visitation and funeral services for Tactical Flight Officer Jason Knox are still being finalized. This morning, his brothers and sisters in blue, they're going to escort his body from the Harris County Institute of Forensic Sciences to the Pat H. Foley and Company funeral home. The procession starts at 10:30 this morning. The route, which you can find on our website, is about 14 miles long. We've seen just how many people are feeling the impact of Knox's untimely death since that horrific helicopter crash early Saturday morning. Knox was responding to a call about a reported drowning in the Greens Point area. Once they were cleared, something went wrong with the aircraft and it came crashing down into the leasing office of the Biscayne Apartments. Knox was rushed to the hospital but sadly passed. The past 2 days, City Hall has been lit blue to honor him, and so have the Montrose bridges. Knox is being remembered as a great police officer, a devoted husband, and a loving father of two. The other officer in that helicopter, Chase Cormier, is still recovering in the hospital this morning. Mayor Turner says he spoke with him yesterday and he has a long road to recovery. Back to you.
Janelle, thank you. Just a heartbreaking story.